Welcome to Author Timeline Thursday with a quote from Abraham Lincoln. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. And yet we continue to try, don't we? Sadly, we do. Hi there, my name is Christopher D'Armani. Welcome aboard for today's little journey down Publication Highway. My name is Christopher D'Armani, as I said, and it is my purpose, it is my passion, it is my reason for being to help aspiring Christian nonfiction writers to share their trauma to triumph journey using a complete, detailed roadmap for writing success. So they can write, oh my goodness, a little bug came flying through. So they can write and publish their book and make the impact they know they want to make. Sorry, I get distracted, I guess, by flying bugs. It's all about making the impact you know you were born to make. And if we procrastinate, if we put it off, guess what? We're never going to do that. Procrastination is futile, utterly futile. You know it, and yet you do it anyway. So why is that? I think you already know skipping today's writing session is really not that good. It's a mistake. But writing is hard, Christopher. You don't understand. Oh, yeah, I really, really do. My goodness, do I ever understand? I spent 15 years never completing a single first draft, and I started dozens, maybe even into the hundreds, I don't know. All kinds of books over 15 years and never finished a complete first draft. So I know how hard it can be. But part of my journey, part of the reason why I stand here before you every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon is that I've worked really hard to build a system that makes it easier. I've found a path that works for me. It's worked so well that I've been able to write and publish 50 books. It's worked so well, I've been able to help other authors implement that same system in their own life so they can write and publish their books. And because it works for me, and because it works for them, I know it'll work for you too. And that's what we like to talk about here every single day. Because this program, it makes writing easy. You still have to sit down, you still have to do the work. Nobody's going to write your book for you. Certainly not me. But here's the thing that can be a challenge. It's that personal responsibility. It's that integrity. I will show up. I will do the thing I said I would do when I said I would do it, whether I feel like it or not. That's the challenging part, right? Getting started sometimes is the challenging part. Doing the thing I know I must do if I want to have this result. I want the result, but I don't want to do the work. You can probably relate to that too. I would like you to ask this simple question, and then I want you to answer it. Do you want to hold your published book in your hands? Yeah? Fantastic. That's good. That's really good. Now express how holding your finished book, your published book, in your hand feels. Just close your eyes and imagine opening up this box. Inside it is your book, your published book. You open up the box, you pick it up, you hold it. For the very first time, you're seeing this physical manifestation of all of this effort that you made for days, weeks, months to get this thing done. Share in the comments how that feels to hold that book in your hand. And then ask yourself a simple question. Do you feel proud of this accomplishment? Are you excited by this accomplishment? Do you feel an immense sense of pride and satisfaction that you finally got this done? Do you feel happy that you did not listen to all those naysayers who said, I know you can't do this, you never follow through on anything? I've had people say those exact words to me. I love showing them wrong, right? I love that. But whatever you feel in the wake of that visualization that I just asked you to do, to hold that book, feel what that feels like. Just in all of whatever it feels like for you, like the whole gamut, write it down. Write that feeling down. Maybe use a phrase or a sentence that will invoke that image in your head every time you sit down to write. And then post that on the wall in front of where you sit down to write. Post it right over top of your computer monitor. And then stare at it before you sit down, before you start every single writing session. Get reconnected with that purpose, that really big purpose. And that satisfaction with that sense of fulfillment that can only come from holding this complete finished book in your hands. Flood your mind and your heart with those emotions, those feelings before you sit down to write every day. And what you'll discover is that those words will start to flow like butter, and they will start flowing melted butter specifically. I should be clear about that. Refrigerated butter ain't going anywhere. And it will flow so easily because you are connected, intensely connected with your purpose, with your passion, with your sense of fulfillment of like, my goodness, this thing is real. I can actually go out and help someone else's life, help someone change their life now. You can tap into this power anytime you want. Because as you probably felt as you did that short little exercise, you felt something different. You felt something shift inside you. We control our thoughts. We choose our thoughts. We choose how we feel in response to those thoughts. So you can put yourself into this state at will. It's really, really easy. And yet we don't do it because it feels hokey pokey or feels weird, or for whatever reason, we don't do the one thing that actually will put us into that frame of mind where we're in that magical zone of genius. That place where all the really cool stuff happens, where inspiration flows, all that good stuff. That magical creative zone. You can enter it at will. It's a choice, just like anything else we choose in life. You are powerful. You are more powerful than your limiting beliefs. And here's the really big one. You're more powerful than the limiting beliefs others try and place on you as well. It's a choice. And if you know you need to make a different choice in your life today, then I would encourage you to perhaps check out Christian Writer Unstuck. It's a live 3-day event that I'm hosting on October 19th, where I will help you blast open those doors of possibility. I will help you identify all those negative thoughts that you have and how to replace them with other things that will be more inspirational, more motivational, more encouraging for you. And I will share things like manuscript math and how to get and these are actually steps you'll walk through during this 3 days with me. You'll figure out what your manuscript math number is, how many days it will actually take you, no matter who you are, no matter how much time you have or how little time you have, no matter how amazing your writing skills are or how little they are. Manuscript math will tell you exactly how many days of writing it will take to write your first draft. To the day. It's brilliant. You can mark it on your calendar. And then comes the hard part. You got to do the work. But I will show you all of these things. We will develop your complete detailed roadmap for success while we're together over those 3 days so that you can go forward and get this book written. It's been on your heart for too long. You need to get this done. You want to get this done. You're here listening to me because you know there's got to be an easier, better way. And I would suggest that I'm probably the guy that can show you that way because I've tried all the other ways. If there was an easier, simpler, faster way to do it, I'd be doing that. Instead, I'm doing this because it's proven to work over and over. And as I said earlier, it'll work. Because it works for me, I know it'll work for you. Because it works for the people that I work with, helps them get their book written and published and out into the world so they can make the impact they know they were more important to make. I know it'll work for you too. So set aside those 3 days, October 19th. Go to christianwriterunstuck.com, grab a ticket, and then I will see you there, and we will kick open these floodgates, and you'll be able to see a very different vision for your future than perhaps you see today. And that's why I love doing this event, because nothing makes me happier than watching those doors of possibility swing wide open for you, and for you to go from, I can't, it's too hard, I'll never be able to do this, to, oh my goodness, I can write a first draft that fast, really? To, I've got to do this. And then to that really glorious place of, I would be absolutely insane not to do this. I've got to do this. There's someone out there waiting for my book. Got to do it. I love watching that progression. It happens so quickly. It's beautiful. And whether Christian Writer Unstuck is correct for you at this time or not, I would love to see you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock, where we'll share another little tidbit of how you can just make your writing journey just a little bit easier. All right? Have a fantastic rest of your day. Talk to you tomorrow.